Have you ever noticed how quickly the world can change? Just a few years ago, our lives felt, well, different, simpler perhaps. We scrolled through photos of friends, watched cat videos, and argued in comment sections. It was the normal rhythm of the digital age, but then something shifted. A new kind of conversation began, not between people, but between us and something else. It started subtly, like a whisper on the wind, a strange new tool that a few tech enthusiasts were playing with. "Hey, check this out," a friend might have said, showing you a paragraph of text that a machine wrote. It was a novelty, a fun party trick. We asked it to write poems about our pets, to craft silly stories, or to explain quantum physics in the style of a pirate. We laughed, we were amazed, but we didn't quite grasp what we were looking at. It felt like a clever parrot, simply mimicking the vast library of human language it had been shown. We were the masters, the puppeteers pulling the digital strings. We were in control. But the whispers grew louder. Soon, they were on the news. A headline flashes, an image, beautiful and haunting, wins a prestigious art competition. The artist? AI? Students began turning in essays, flawlessly written and deeply researched, with an intellectual spark that was eerily inhuman. The digital parrot was no longer just repeating what it had heard. It was composing new melodies. It was synthesizing, creating, and in some cases outperforming its creators. The question shifted from "what is this?" to "what can it do?" to more importantly, "what can it do better than us?" Suddenly the conversation was everywhere. On your favorite podcast, the host is debating the ethics of AI-generated articles. On your social media feed, a viral video shows an AI turning a simple sketch into a photorealistic masterpiece in seconds. You'd hear snippets of conversations at cafes, in offices, on the train. Did you see what that new AI can do? My cousin used it to write his wedding vows. Is my job safe? The tools became more accessible, no longer confined to tech circles. They were in our phones, in our web browsers, in the software we used for work every single day. It was a strange, exciting, and for many, a deeply unsettling time. We were witnessing the birth of a new kind of intelligence, one that didn't need a body, didn't need to sleep, and could learn at a speed that was simply incomprehensible. We marveled at its ability to draft legal contracts, to compose music that could move us to tears, to write code that could build the very platforms we were using to discuss it. We were like children who had just discovered fire, mesmerized by its power and its warmth, yet blissfully unaware of its potential to burn. The initial curiosity, that sense of playful exploration, began to morph into something else. It became reliance. Why spend hours agonizing over a blank page when an AI could give you a draft in 30 seconds? Why struggle to learn a new skill when a machine could do it for you, instantly and perfectly? The path of least resistance is a seductive one, and we, as a species, have always been drawn to efficiency. We're streamlining our creativity, outsourcing our intellectual heavy lifting. The tool is becoming an assistant, then a collaborator, and for some, a crutch. Think back to those moments. A student, overwhelmed with deadlines, justifies using an AI to help with their history paper. A graphic designer, facing an impossible turnaround time, uses an AI to generate a dozen logo concepts in the time it would have taken them to sketch one. A programmer, stuck on a complex problem, simply asks the AI for the solution instead of working through the logic themselves. Each instance on its own seemed harmless, a small compromise for the sake of convenience. But when multiplied by millions, by billions, it represented a fundamental shift in our relationship with knowledge and creation. We were standing at a crossroads. Humanity had just met its reflection, not in a pool of water, but in a network of silicon and code. This reflection was a machine that could think in our language, write with our nuance, and imagine with a scope drawn from the sum of our digital existence. It was a mirror showing us not what we were, but what we could potentially be replaced by. The age of simple tools was over. We had created something that could learn, adapt, and grow alongside us. This wasn't a dystopian future from a sci-fi movie. It was happening in real time, in the mundane reality of our daily lives. It wasn't an invasion of robots marching down the street. It was a quiet, digital integration into the very fabric of our society. It was the moment we stopped simply using technology and started collaborating with an alien intelligence of our own design. The world didn't end with a bang, with the soft hum of servers and the gentle tapping of keyboards. As we all, collectively, began to navigate this brave new world we had so eagerly and naively built, the age of AI hadn't just begun. It had awakened. Thank you so much for joining me on this look back. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more deep dives into the technologies shaping our world. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. When did you first realize that AI was something more than just a clever program? Until next time, stay curious.